Good evening, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this evening, man chopped to death in St. Thomas. A 36-year-old man was chopped to death in Trinityville Fonthill in St. Thomas on Wednesday. He has been identified as Cornell Phillips, unemployed of Fonthill District. It is reported that about 9:40 a.m., Phillips and another man had a dispute, and the man left and returned with a machete, which he used to chop Phillips all over his body. Phillips died from the injuries received, and the man ran away from the scene. The Trinityville police are probing the matter. Woman who allegedly fatally stabbed her child's father granted bail. The St. Catherine woman who allegedly stabbed and killed her child's father was granted bail in the sum of $500,000 in the St. Catherine Parish Court on Thursday. Attorney Denise Hinson told the court that her client, 25-year-old Antoinette Pitt, acted in self-defense and has a 7-month-old child that needs her care. Bail was granted on condition that she reports to the Spanish Town Police 3 times weekly, surrenders her travel documents, and reappears in court on September 6. It is alleged that Pitt and the deceased, 26-year-old LaShawn Parker, were at home at St. John's Road, Spanish Town, when a dispute developed between them. The accused allegedly used a knife to stab Parker in the chest, then fled the scene. Parker subsequently died from the injuries he received. Pitt later turned herself into the police. Man wanted for lottery scamming in the U.S. arrested in Hanover. A Hanover resident who is wanted in the United States in relation to lottery scamming was captured in Old Road District in Lucy in the parish on Thursday. 35-year-old Dwayne Anderson, otherwise called Blue, was captured through the collaborative efforts of the Jamaica Fugitive Apprehension Team, Lottery Scam Task Force, and the Area 1 Operational Support Team. He was arrested during a security operation between 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. and taken into custody pending an extradition hearing. Anderson is wanted in the U.S. to answer to charges relating to mail fraud, money laundering, wire fraud, and other lottery scamming activities. Jamaican resigns from U.S. radio station after revealing Biden aides provided interview questions. A Jamaican has resigned from WURD radio in Philadelphia after she admitted to using questions supplied by the United States President Joe Biden's aides to interview the president last week. Andrea Lawful Saunders announced on Sunday via her Instagram that WURD radio had accepted her resignation after she tendered it. According to a Guardian article, Lawful Saunders' resignation came after she went on a CNN program a day earlier and revealed that she asked Biden 4 questions provided to her in advance by his team. The questions were sent to me for approval. I approved of them, said Lawful Saunders. I got several questions, 8 of them, and the 4 that were chosen were the ones that I approved. 24 hours later, Lawful Saunders made a post on Instagram stating, on July 2, 2024, I received a call from the White House communications team inviting me to speak with President Biden. As an independent contractor for WURD, it has been a standard practice to book my interviews and develop questions for my guests without knowledge, consultation, or collaboration from station management. She continued, upon accepting the invitation, I began working with the team regarding suggested topics to be discussed. Throughout my communications with the White House communications team, there was never any guarantee that the interview would be aired on WURD, as they contacted me directly and, to my knowledge, not the station. The interview with Biden aired on July 4. The Guardian report noted that, in its own statement later Sunday, WURD radio claimed Lawful Saunders had arranged the interview without knowledge, consultation, or collaboration with management and violated the station's editorial independence by accepting questions supplied by Biden's team. It said the statement further outlined that Biden's decision to supply questions prolonged the historical practice of marginalizing and delegitimizing black voices in U.S. media. WURD Radio is not a mouthpiece for the Biden or any other administration, the statement obtained by The Guardian said. Watchdog groups weigh in as more parliamentarians under IC probe. The Jamaica Accountability Meter portal has expressed a concern about the increase in the number of parliamentarians and public officials being investigated for illicit enrichment. The Integrity Commission, in its 2023-2024 annual report tabled in Parliament on Tuesday, stated that 2 additional parliamentarians are being investigated. The Commission says this, therefore, means that 8 parliamentarians have been referred to its investigation division for illicit enrichment over the period April 2022 to March 2024. Jeanette Calder, Executive Director of Jamaica Accountability Meter Portal, says the parliamentarians under investigation should speak publicly on the matter in the interest of transparency.
What we see retired Justice Seymour Panton and the chair of the commission saying is there is nothing to prevent declarants or persons under investigation from speaking on the situation as it relates to them. And it is a good opportunity for me to share that there are other parliamentarians who in the House of Parliament has shared that I am under investigation by the Integrity Commission. So I'm just using this as an opportunity to say the questions going to the Prime Minister to share more or to any other members are legitimate in asking them to talk to us. The Integrity Commission can't, but they can be more forthcoming about what they think the problems might be.
At the same time, National Integrity Action believes there could be an attempt to reduce the powers of the Integrity Commission amid the revelation of additional parliamentarians being investigated for illicit enrichment. Daniel Archer, Principal Director of NIA, noted the people who make the laws are the ones being challenged by the Integrity Commission.
And it is at this juncture that I'm sure you're going to hear that the Integrity Commission is out for the politicians, that they're out for the public officials, and we cannot miss sight of the goal, which is to build public trust and to improve transparency and accountability when it comes to public funds. And I think it is very important that we do not maneuver or misread the report so that it gives the wrong impression. We need to read the report, digest the parts of the report, and we have a responsibility to positively share it with the public, because we are the people who will be influenced greatly by fake news or the false information and using the information to your advantage, which is not true.
No opposition member subject of illicit enrichment probe, says Golding. Opposition leader Mark Golding says no parliamentarian from the opposition benches is being investigated for illicit enrichment by the Integrity Commission. The declaration comes after the Commission, in its 2023-2024 annual report tabled in Parliament on Tuesday, said 2 additional parliamentarians were being investigated. This brings to 8 the number of parliamentarians identified as having unexplained wealth in their statutory declarations. In a statement, Mr. Golding said, as was previously done, he has consulted with all 22 parliamentarians, both members of parliament and the senators, and each confirmed that he or she is not aware of being under investigation. He noted that the Integrity Commission has maintained the confidentiality of those under investigation and has confirmed that it informs the individuals of their status. Mr. Golding said the opposition remains committed to cooperating fully with the Integrity Commission and supporting its mission to ensure integrity in public life. He has called for all parliamentarians to uphold the highest ethical standards. Teens are caught allegedly conspiring to scam. The police have charged 2 teenagers who allegedly conspired to make financial gain by creating a fake investment page on Facebook. The 17-year-old boys are charged with obtaining property by false pretense and conspiring to commit an offense under the Law Reform Special Provisions Fraudulent Transaction Act. According to the police, on Monday, July 8, The cell phones of the two young men were searched with their permission around 10 a.m. The police said they discovered the transcripts of them conspiring to make financial gain by creating a fake investment page on Facebook, inciting people to invest. A question and answer session was conducted in the presence of their guardians and attorneys, after which the charges were laid. Thank you everyone for watching. See you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for another news update.